Okay, so yeah, I just want to make a quick video. I'm here at a WeWork in downtown Brooklyn, I think. I was supposed to go to a shoot that doesn't start till a week from now. I made a mistake in scheduling, and so I'm here. And so I figured, why not use the time wisely before I hop back on the train. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about like work-life balance and how it's tough to do. Just different stuff like that. But yeah, figure since I got the time to do it, might as well. So, but yeah, these co-working spaces are cool. I want to start going to an Ethos Club, but it's an investment, so I'm gonna try and do that. It's gonna take some time to do. Hope I can get it done, and that'll be started soon. This is very rare. I'm rarely alone, and so just wanna, take this time and just let myself be here for like a few minutes. Probably low-key see how long I stay here today, just to decompress. But yeah, there's a lot that's been going on in terms of like school, wanting to go back and work. It's tough watching a new company transition into a formal business system, and watching them manage everyone's ego, keeping everyone's ego in check. That can be kind of tough to do, but I guess it's getting done. And so I kind of got in early, and I recognized the opportunity that I have at said company, but I'm also wanting to make sure that I'm not overextending myself and not cheating myself out of like what are probably going to be the best working years of my life. Making sure that I'm not giving all those man hours away when I don't have any equity. So those are the things I'm dealing with, and then dealing with people who think that I have some bigger agenda other than just trying to, have enough cash to get my dreams done. Other than that, I'm kind of nervous about starting this, helping to film this podcast. It's not my podcast. I'm hoping to start out, but I hope that it goes well and I get great insights on how they structure their stuff. Just getting started. Also, just trying to figure out how I could use my resources better, and just knowing that cash flow doesn't come overnight, and it's about an investment, and you gotta invest your time and invest your energy. And going back to the work-life stuff, I know I'm not the only millennial who is tough for, where you feel the burden of like you owe your parents a lot, and watching how they're overextending themselves for you, and then turning around and kind of still needing a sense of boundary to get your things off the ground. And the need for like motivating yourself and doing all those things can get tough. And yeah, I just want to tell people, I'm telling myself as well, to stay encouraged and know your worth. That's a big thing, to know your worth. Sometimes you can be in a room where you're the only person who knows your worth at a given moment. That happens a lot to most people, or your projected worth rather. And so being mindful of that, and just knowing that there's no one end all be all route, job vehicle that's going to get you to where you want to go. It's about doing different things, and just keeping in mind what staying true to yourself. and you never want to be in a position where you feel like you're like desperate for anything, especially if so I just advise people to just be mindful of the skill and value that they bring, and just be mindful of it moving forward in anything that you do. Just be mindful of your talents, and know how everybody adds value in one way or another, whether they realize it or not. We live in a symbiotic, spinning ellipse, and it's important to know how everybody has inherent good things that they add, and dysfunction that they also add. So being mindful of the things that you bring and then leveraging those things is great. I want to go into detail about like the what I got going on as far as like work stress and like all those kind of things, but I thought about it, and I took I guess Warren Buffett's advice. He's like, always take a day, sleep on it. If you're feeling over emotional about something and you have the opportunity to sleep on it, because that heat of the moment decision is usually not the good one. So I just want to be mindful of that. I want to make sure I'm making use of this dynamic range. But yeah, you want to make use of those things. I'm not sure how often I'd be able to use this co-working space. Probably not very often. This is probably like a one-shot thing. But yeah, I'm excited to start Ethos Club. It seems like it seems like something I'd be able to thrive in. I think I'm really good at asking meaningful questions and like holding space with people while they, tell their stories and things. So that's something that I would want to get into. They have like a podcasting room and all this kind of stuff. So I guess this is my plug for Ethos Club while I'm at a WeWork. But yeah. I also have to, so for work, my work internship thing, I'm having to get back into using nonlinear editors and recording voiceover stuff and picking my camera back up. But I think it's so at first I was just excited that I get to use all these skills that I have that I'm not using at my job, and I finally get to use them. And it would be a transition from like an operations role to more creative content producer, production, team leadership role, and it's a lot of heady stuff. And for the coworkers that I work with now, it's like a foreign language, and trying to keep that rapport is tough when your mind is in like 10 million different places now, because you're thinking about how you're going to successfully get a position that's still in the company but in a different context. So that's been interesting. I also like struggle to communicate effectively because I tend to like silently judge people and all their faults while not doing a bad job at communicating my thoughts effectively. So that's something I got to work on, and just being clear and concise. That's another thing I got to work on. Being concise, saying what I mean, asserting my asserting my needs in work needs, and just like being clear on those things, and not delving too much into emotional stuff, and just like, how are you feeling? How did that make you feel? Like, there's a time and space for that, and it's not at work. I will say that's not entirely my doing. There is like leadership that wants to create like a family type atmosphere and like a very so they want to create a family type atmosphere, but there is business is first, and that kind of messaging of values gets very murky, and it creates a feeling of like overinvestment in team members, and there are certain things that should be left at work that are work things, and yeah, so I think that's why there's a difference between your family and your work. And you can work with your family, but I think when it gets muddy like that, it's good to set boundaries about what work context is. I know there's a lot of like mom managers who go through that kind of thing where like in order to salvage the personal relationship, they have to get clear on what the professional relationship is and that kind of thing. So this is very calming. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take my time being here for now. And yeah, I went to the gym either today or yesterday. It was yesterday, and I just was jumping rope like a madman. And then I did like crunches. I lied. Like this, it's like a sled that you move your legs with. You work your upper abs, and then I did this Sterling K. Brown ab workout for the lower abs, and I'm really feeling it. And so I noticed that like when I have like what's it called, DOMs from working out, it helps keep my mind off of just like being so anxious, because I focus on the literal pain that's in my body and not the things that I make up with that whatever potential things that I make up in my mind about what could go wrong, and then anxiety, stress, and all that kind of stuff. So that's a pro tip. Besides the endorphins, the soreness will keep your mind off of your troubles. So I think I'm going to end it there, and then maybe just sit in this co-working space like a lurk, or go home. I should probably just go home, but I should probably just go home. But I'm glad that I shot this video. I'm going to try and put it out and structure it in a way. So I've been looking at formal podcast structure, and hopefully I can get that done. My time is running out on this camera, so I'm going to leave it there. I doubt this thing was in focus. It's overexposed. I don't give a damn. I'm going to put it together. This was fun. My name is Eric, and later. Peace.